Guys, it's Jacob from Stringbuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being a music journalism site, links are in the description down below. And we have a brand new song review for you today, and it's the latest track by All Time Low, and that's Dirty Laundry. So I'm going to refer to the original article as I usually do for these videos, so I hope you enjoy. So even though I've respected All Time Low and their sheer popularity in the past, I can't say I've ever really been too much of a fan of theirs. I just find their music a little bit dull, a little bit predictable, and a little too temporary for me. Although they've had some great singles which I have enjoyed in the past, I just think that they began to emerge just as I was growing out of this style of music. So shall we see what I thought of this brand new track? Well, even though it's different to their prior discography, it's still very bland and forgettable, so it's sort of keeping the assets which I don't really like from their earlier music. It looks like every single sort of like early 2000s to mid 2000s rock group are going through this strange period where they're all trying desperately hard to be edgy yet sort of build on this very like R&B slash urban type fusion, basically just pop type stuff. I mean, look, Linkin Park have done it recently, Good Charlotte have done it recently, heck, even Yumi at Six have done it fairly recently when they tried to do this sort of pop rocky thing, which is even more pop rocky thing than they had before. It was like sort of indie rock sort of stuff, and all of that just happened in the past year alone. So now All Time Low seem to be jumping on this bandwagon, so the music just sounds sort of like directionless and very insincere, very forced, and just a bit dull because of it. I'm all for groups maturing and evolving their sound, but this isn't evolving to me. This is a step down from what they've already done. Production wise, I will give the producer some props on this one, as they've done a pretty solid job in my opinion. I thought the vocals sounded well mixed and strong, just like they had to be. I thought the bass possessed a really deep and wholesome tone, but it still managed to keep this sort of slight twang to it, which felt pulsating and driving in parts. The synths are very faint but fill up the holes in the stereo field very well, just what they needed to do. They were just sort of functional really, and I enjoyed the clean guitar tones as well. I think they twickled away in the background very nicely. I did think the drums were very much secondary to the rest of the instrumentation though, as they had no impact or presence to them at all. All in all, a strong production cycle and much better than what I'm used to hearing, but I do think there are some little improvements and tweaks that were perhaps needlessly overlooked, which they could improve on in the future. Comes to the musicality of this track, I just felt everything was a little ploddy, despite having the elements there to really create a precise, accurate and well-driven track. The vocals are a little monotonous and functional, never really expanding or developing until that final chorus, which I will admit was actually fairly decent. The guitar was fine, but again it never explored anything different and nothing really varied. The drums were functional again, but we didn't get any like exciting transitions or fills or time signatures or anything along those lines. The bass is hidden until the final chorus unnecessarily, since it would have added a lot by being more prominent earlier on. So it's lots of little tweaks they should have made and perhaps thought about more, and just at least a little bit more thoroughly perhaps. I think my main problem with the track has to be variation and audience grasp slash like retention really. Each verse feels twice as long as it should do, and that's because they are very similar and we never really feel like anything is building, and that's due to like a vapid atmosphere that the track really made. Although the vocal performance is far from being bad, it was unfortunate we only got to hear something a little bit more powerful towards right at the end of the track really. Lyrically the song is fine and again just functional really, but I did find the whole dirty laundry theme slash concept just a little unimaginative and kiddie for me really. I'm hardly expecting like Father John Misty levels of lyric writing, but at just 19 years old myself, I still felt too old for this type of lyrical approach. So all in all, the track is functional and just there really. There aren't any glaring issues, but it's just a bit dull and safe, and hence continues the trend of unusual and underwhelming repertoire changes in pop rock music today. So I gave it a G rating of 5 out of 10, which is average, straight down the middle. So if you like this video, then please leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.